So you can see we got this, all this dirt that we had piled up there, probably about 8 yards of dirt that we moved, put through the Highbanker right here. Washes it clean. Here's all your tailings. Put that over there. There's probably a yard of rocks right there and there. It's been really amazing. Every cleanup's been really good. So we just took the top off, because the top is the bottom of that slip trench right there. So we just took the top off. It's starting to get not as good, but each time it's really amazing what we got here. We have brown, we have some clay over here, we have some white clay over here, right here. Here's some white clay. We tested this stuff out. This is on the bottom of the bottom of the trench there. It's got gold in it too, but it's really mucky, really hard to bust up. But it's got gold in it. It's at the bottom, right on the frozen bottom. Well, they call it permafrost. It's right there at the bottom. So it's a layer of clay that's trapping the gold right here. So we're busting up that too. There's a rock. We got that sticky, real sticky clay off it. It's almost like clay that you'd play, modeling clay. It's almost got that consistency. Here I can mold it around. Well, it's grabbing the gold. As the gold went over the top of it, it's getting stuck to it. So we're washing that off. Look how it just sticks to the bottom of the. So we got that kind of clay. We got red clay. It's over here. Red clay had more material on it as we tested it. So here's that gray clay, here's this red clay. A little softer, not the same consistency. We found out that one had more gold in it too. Here's the white, here's the red. Well, that one's got a rock on it. But here's this white. The white had more of a clay consistency. Had less gold in it though than the red. All this is stuff sitting right on the frozen bottom there. So we're not going to probably work any more of this. You've seen earlier, this stack was probably about that high, all the way across, and we took the top off, which was the bottom of the trench. So let's turn it off and see what we got. Right now, the time is, see the sun over there? Well, it's set over there. It's, get my jacket off. It's 1:05 a.m. And it looks like, look over here, you can see nice pink clouds right there. That's the sun setting. So it never gets dark. This is about the darkest it gets. A little bit darker, but not much. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:05 in the morning, and it's still light. One day we ran until 7 a.m. Looked just like this brightness. But you can see this is all of all this right here. This is probably about 2 foot thick of all the rocks that were washed, clear down to here. These are all our rocks right here, all classified right there. So all this material right here we moved. All these are rocks. That rock pile right there, that rock pile right here. This is a bigger rock pile. As we shoveled it in, we pulled the bigger rocks out because shoveling big rocks is no fun. Shoveling small rocks, not too much problem because the shovel will go through smaller rocks. So if you separate your big rocks from your little rocks, it makes shoveling a lot easier. You know, that's a good tip. You know, because over here, even over here, shoveling here, you hit the big rock, you know, it's hard to get, you know, looks like it's easy to do, but clear full of rocks. Here, I'm trying to shovel right here. You know, there's a rock down there. How big is the rock? Who knows? It's a big one. There's a big rock for you. Anyways, so shoveling this stuff, not real easy, but if you keep your rocks separated, you can throw that rock pile really easy versus shoveling into hard rocks. So if you keep your rocks separated from small to big, then you can shovel your rock pile much easier. If you do that, it's like I said, it's just the person operating right here, just pulling the bigger rocks out, and then you can shovel this much easier. Let's go ahead. We got our mosquito nets on right now. The mosquitoes are out in force right now. You can
see bugs in the camo.
Oh, you can probably see them flying around my head, trying to get me. If I took my gloves off, they'd be on me in seconds. Anyway, so we got to keep our nets on. We don't like to put mosquito net spray on us because it's hard to take a shower out here. You know, hot showers are luxury, you know. So let's open this up, and this piece of tin right here keeps the water from washing away. Otherwise we'd wash this whole thing and our machine would fall right into the water. We recirculated this water over and over and over again. This water's been circulated hundreds of thousands, you know, lots of times, you know, because this one continuous thing. We're putting the stuff back in the trench. When we get done, we'll take the bulldozer and take all this material and pop it back into the trench and be, you know, put all the stuff back where we found it, basically, you know. And the way it goes, we'll probably move that trench back that way further. It's pretty rich, so we'll continue taking it back that way. But we'll take this material, which is not as rich as the top. This is the top. The top we took is the bottom, and the bottom is the top. Anyways, so let's open this up and see what we got. First, we're going to move our tin out of the way. Like I said, this keeps from washing away the bank. And then we'll open it up. We'll see. It's a little darker here than I get. What we got up under here. This is our classifying screen. Again, we have our punch plate on top. There's nothing really big here. We got about 4 little pickers, maybe about 3/16 square. Nothing really big. And every time we open up, it's a open up a present, you know. I look at this moss right here. It's some tree roots, and one time we had a piece of gold sitting right on top. I don't see anything there, but that's that. So we do have some specks up there. Here's a nice grouping right here. So let's open it up. We'll get our bucket, and we'll put it in our bucket. This is our water for washing out. So again, these are our high-banking riffles. They're higher and taller than the stream riffles. We have the stream riffles here, if we want to understand as a stream sluice, but these are actually the high-banking dredging riffles. They're taller so they can accept more material faster. Because when you're high banking and dredging, you have a continuous flow, almost a continuous flow of materials. Unlike a stream sluice, you'd be just dropping it in every once in a while. Everything's potentially having gold in it, so we're just being really careful to capture all of our materials here. And again, this is probably the last clean out for this place that we're going to do. Okay. Next is our expanded metal. So there's our materials behind the riffles and clean. Behind the riffles and clean. That's the suction that the riffle creates when the water runs over. It sucks the gold and all the heavy materials behind it. So we're just going to be really careful and cut that down. My mosquito net, it's really hard to see anything. Not see anything, but anyways, we're just going to roll it up. This is our recovery carpet. We're rolling up all our sands, rocks, gravels, and our gold right here. I cannot really see anything too much. But we know it's there. And you can probably see the mosquitoes right here. Oh, there. Loads of fun. The first day was sunny. Oh, is that a piece of gold right there? I can't tell. Yeah, that's a piece of gold right there, I think. I can't tell. We'll wash in the bucket and pan it out. Here, let's lift up this rubber mat right here. Okay. Really careful. Here's a good gold field right here. See it? Got gold here, here. There's one. I don't know if it's a big piece or what. But we got gold all over this mat right here. Here's that white clay that we're working. It's still stuck on. It's that sticky clay. You probably need to wash, when you run the sticky stuff, you need to run it some sands and some sticky clay so it kind of mixes up and doesn't bound on anything. But we got gold all the way through that right there. Not looking too bad. Next thing we do is wash it clean. Just throw a bucket of water through there. You don't want to do it too fast. Just like spurts. Make sure that bucket stays level. Starting to get full. That's probably good. So, once we got there, it looks clean. We'll grab our materials and we'll go pan them out, see what we got here. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is wash out our carpets right here, our mats and stuff. The mat, if you open it up, turn it wrong side out this way, it releases the materials better. Oh man, you should see the mosquitoes here. They're hungry and out to get us. There's clean mat. That's the first step. Set that aside. And here's our carpet. Now it's all rolled up. And again, like I told you before, roll the carpet the other direction, you know? Because when it's rolled up, it's still just like that rubber mat. If you cup the rubber mat, it's grabbing onto the gold. So if we turn this carpet wrong side out, that opens the carpet fibers. And then we'll just wash it in. Again, like that. Okay, now I look for little hooky gold. Golds with little hooks on it. They're coarse, and they actually got hooks on them, and they'll hook right onto the carpet. Just make sure we don't have nothing like that hanging on. I see them once in a while. Like fish hooks. They'll hook right onto the carpet. So this is a really big batch of materials. There's a lot of material in here. So what I'm doing is I'm agitating it to get it broke off the bottom, because once it sits just for a few seconds, it sits down like concrete. Now we're going to pour it off, keeping my hand right here so it's overflowing my hand, so it's acting like a dam. I'm just trying to get rid of the extra water, but I got my hand across the bottom so it overflows my hand, so if any dirt's getting right there, it's like a weir. And look inside, just some really fine dirt. Anyway, there it is. There's all of our concentrates up. We ran this for about an hour and a half. Here's the concentrates right there. Now we'll dump this in our pan right here. There goes the whole batch. Okay, still got materials here. With my net on, it's going to be a little bit tougher to see the gold. Now, that is a big pan full of material. And when we pan again, we'll find some more gold. I don't get it all the first time. We're not out here in the field. We're here to work and process the materials. We're not here to, you know, get our tweezers and pick up every little piece of gold, because it's not necessary. And what I was doing is getting it agitated again, getting it liquefied. It settles down very quickly. So once you get it liquefied, then you can start panning. And again, if I broke this in half, it'd be more adaptable, but we're in a time crunch here trying to show you what we got here. And again, this is not planted, this is right off the... And again, if I had about half as much, I could be more efficient and not lose so much. But just for the sake of seeing what we got here, we're going to take all that really fluffy stuff off the top, all the aggregate. And again, we don't have with us a 1/8 inch screen. If we had an 1/8 inch screen, we could screen this off and get rid of all these 1/8 inch little rocks and stuff, but we could pan it faster. And again, here's all the light stuff that come up to the top. Now, when I'm let it flop off like this, I'm looking for gold. So now here's gold right here, gold right there, gold right there. So it tells me I need to stop and get the gold back to the corner, okay? Because it's creeping up to the top. Some points I just can't pan anymore. So we're just trying to get it down to the bottom. Underwater, okay? And now we're just trying to slough it off again. Looking for gold moving. As we see gold come up, then we stop and try to get it back to the corner. There's a lot of materials. And every time we pan, we still find a little bit more gold. That could be a piece right there, but I'll keep my eye on it. Here's some coming up right here in the corner right there. So let's get it back to the corner. Back to the bottom, and then back to the corner. Okay? And then pan it back right here. And again, keeping your eye on the gold. There's a piece come up right there, but keep my eye on it so I can get a couple more pieces out. A little bit more. A lot of black sand. That black sand is magnetic, it's heavy, and we're trapping it just like the gold. It's heavy. Okay, get back to the corner and do it again. Here comes some gold right there in the corner again. Get it back to the front. It's a slow process, but the slower you go, the higher recovery you get. You know, the careful you are. We'll pan this one more time. We'll find 15, 20 flakes again. Because I started with too much material. There. This time yesterday, we seen 3 mooses, a mother and 2 babies running down the creek here. We actually found a whole bunch of moose poop right here next to our unit. It came over here and checked out what we were doing. Again, I'm just going until I see gold come up. I see a piece of gold right there in the corner. Keep my eye on it. The gold will fly out very fast. Gotta be really careful. Once I get enough of this stuff off, you can move to the smooth section of the pan. And it'll get to the point, here comes a whole bunch of gold coming up. I'm just going to keep watching it and going. We should stop right here. It's getting pretty thick. So is the mosquitoes. Okay, here we go one more time. And we'll probably move to the other section of the pan. There are all those rocks. If we could eliminate those rocks, we could pan this out much more efficiently. So here comes the gold. Look at all that gold coming up. Just keep an eye on it. Here comes a piece going to fly out right now. Okay, so now we're going to move it to the smooth section of the pan. We'll see how far we can go without losing anything. Here comes the gold. There comes right there. See right those couple pieces right there? Stop. Put it back to the corner. Sometimes you can tap it like here. Give it back to the corner. And then let's try to knock this little PV out. Yeah. It's coming up again. And it's pretty thick. So we're not going to be able to go much further. Like I said, if we had a a screen, we could screen those little BBs out. And here it comes again. There it goes. We just almost lost a piece. One more time and then we'll flare it out and see what we got. Trying to get really down to a manageable amount. It's really thick. You can see how thick it is. Thick meaning there's a lot of gold there. Okay, we're almost losing another piece. Then we're down to that. We're down, that's pretty good. You know, I can keep going and going, but we're taking time up. So then what you do is you call swirling, where you're going to flare this out. Take this pile and just keep turning it around. So here it comes. See him falling down? No, we'll just have to add up in our mind exactly how much gold we have here. If all these little things, like I said, if we had a nice net, we could have avoided that. Here we got a mosquito helper trying to help us pan here. And here comes the gold right off the thing. So another good cleanup as normal here. There it comes. Oh wow, we got a nice picker right there. This is the first time I've seen this too, so you know, you're seeing it live. You see me take it right out of the sluice box. And again, another incredible pan of gold here. I seen a big one over there. I don't know where it's at. It's that one right there. Now look at all this material right here. Let's keep panning it out. But that is a nice batch of gold right there. You can't say anything bad about that. Nothing really big. That's why we're using that 1/4-inch punch plate on the front. If we seen a bunch of them 3/16 square and stuff, then I'd say, oh my God, we're going to be losing some gold. So that's probably the biggest piece we got right there. You know, the rest is, you know, finer, but very, very plentiful. Right there. Look at that. You don't see that every day. That's really nice. Anyway, so tomorrow we'll probably push the rest of that dirt down and back in the hole. It's this took about 9, 10, 11, 12. This is about 3 hours of shoveling. So well, that's the Royal Highbanker. You've seen how we do it. Name of the gold prospecting, you got to move a lot of material to find a little bit of gold. This is a sizable amount of gold that we found here, and we moving it right there, and we're getting a better recovery because of that punch plate. If we didn't have that in there, all these little rocks would have slipped right through our bar screen, especially the oval ones, and it would set right behind those riffles. When it sits behind the riffles, it eats all the dirt out behind the riffles, and you wouldn't get all the material. All the concentrates that were behind the riffles would be gone, because when it sits there, it eats the material behind the riffles, gone. So you have to reach down there and pull all the materials out, all the rocks and stuff. By having that plate on there, we eliminated all that. Now we eliminated having gigantic nuggets too, but as you see, there's nothing. This is our biggest one, and that will fall through a 1/4-inch, no problem. That's only 1/8 by 3/16. That's the biggest one we got there. And that's it. That's gold prospecting in Nome. Tomorrow, the 4th of July, we'll be heading to the city of Nome. That's 17 miles that way and 12 miles that way. So we'll have some film there. And yeah, it's not all about gold prospecting. It's, you know, enjoying yourself and having a good time out in the outdoors. And that's this. So until next time, we'll see you.